Are you ready to meet the titans of torque and horsepower? Folks, we're talking about fire-breathing monsters with more valves than a trumpet factory. That's right, in this corner of the garage, we're diving deep into the heart of the beast, the mighty V8 and V12 engine. Specifically the top dogs, the head honchos, the creme de la creme of 2023 production V8 engines. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. First up, we've got a returning champion, a legend in its own right, the Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red-Eye. This beast packs a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8, cranking out a mind-blowing 797 horsepower and 707 lb-ft of torque. I mean, come on, this thing practically breathes fire. You know what they say, there's no replacement for displacement, and the Red-Eye takes that to the bank. Now, you might be thinking, Jay, that's a whole lot of power for the street, isn't it? And you wouldn't be wrong. But that's the beauty of the Hellcat, it's a car that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's all about good old-fashioned American muscle, burning rubber and leaving a trail of smoke and awe in its wake. But don't let the raw power fool you. The Red-Eye is no one-trick pony. It's surprisingly refined when you want it to be, and it's even got some decent tech inside. But let's be honest, you're not buying this car for its infotainment system. You're buying it for that unmistakable growl, that feeling of being pinned to your seat when you stomp on the gas. It's a car that puts a grin on your face, that's wider than the stripes on its hood. Trust me, I've driven my fair share of cars, and the Hellcat Red-Eye is an experience unlike any other. Next up, we're taking a look at another American icon, the Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500. This is more than just a Mustang, it's a legend with a heart of a racer. Under the hood, you'll find a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 that churns out an impressive 760 horsepower. But it's not just about raw power with this one, the GT 500 is all about precision engineering. Now, I've always been a fan of the Mustang. It's a car that's been a part of American culture for decades, and the GT 500 is the pinnacle of that legacy. The engineers at Ford Performance have really outdone themselves with this one. They've taken everything great about the Mustang and cranked it up to 11. The handling is razor sharp, the brakes are strong enough to stop time, and that engine, oh that engine, it's a masterpiece. It's got this incredible sound, this high-pitched whine from the supercharger that just sends shivers down your spine. And when you get it out on the open road, or even better, on the track, it's an absolute beast. It's like a rocket ship, disguised as a muscle car. Now let's talk about a car that's always been close to my heart, the Chevrolet Corvette. Specifically, the 2023 C8 Corvette Z06. This is a car that's been turning heads and dropping jaws since it debuted, and for good reason. This ain't your grandpa's Corvette. This is a flat-out supercar with the heart of a lion. What makes the Z06 so special? Well, for starters, it's packing a brand new 5.5-liter naturally aspirated flat-plane crank V8. And let me tell you, this thing sings a siren song that'll make you weak in the knees. 670 horsepower, all motor, no forced induction needed. Now, some folks might scoff at the lowly 670 horsepower figure, but let me tell you, this car is an absolute weapon. It revs to the moon and back, and the sound, oh man, the sound is like nothing else on the road today. It's a symphony of internal combustion, a mechanical masterpiece that'll make the hairs on your arms stand on end. But it's not just about the engine. The Z06 is a technological marvel. It's got aerodynamics that would make a fighter jet jealous, a suspension that's glued to the road and brakes that'll stop you on a dime. Now we're gonna hop across the pond and talk about a car that needs no introduction, the Ferrari 812 Superfast. This is Ferrari at its finest, a grand tourer that can run with the best supercars in the world. It's got a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 that produces a jaw-dropping 789 horsepower. That's right, you heard me correctly, 789 naturally aspirated horsepower. I can tell you, the 812 Superfast is something special. It's got that classic Ferrari DNA, that perfect blend of performance, luxury, and style. It's a car that makes you feel alive, that makes you want to drive it fast, and I mean really fast. But it's not just about straight-line speed. The 812 Superfast handles like it's on rails. The steering is incredibly precise, the brakes are phenomenal, and the suspension does an amazing job of keeping the car planted even when you're pushing it to the limit. It's a car that's equally at home on a winding mountain road or a racetrack. Finally, we come to a bit of a dark horse, the Aston Martin DBX 707. You might be thinking, an SUV? Jay, what are you talking about? But trust me on this one, folks. This is no ordinary SUV, this is a high-performance machine that just happens to have 4 doors and a spacious interior. Now, I know Aston Martin for their sleek sports cars, but the DBX 707 is a different breed altogether. It's powered by a twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 that pumps out a monstrous 697 horsepower and 664 lb-ft of torque. This thing is seriously quick, and it sounds the business too. But the real beauty of the DBX 707 is that it's not just about brute force, it's got a certain elegance to it. A sophistication that you don't find in many high-performance SUVs. It's a car that you could easily imagine James Bond driving, and that's about as high praise as I can give. Well folks, there you have it. 5 incredible machines, each with its own unique character and appeal. From the raw power of the Hellcat to the sophisticated performance of the Aston Martin DBX 707, these cars prove that the V8 and V12 engine is alive and well. Now that you've seen these beasts, good luck keeping your speedometer in check. If you enjoyed this breakdown of 2023's top V8 and V12 monsters, give this video a big thumbs up, drop a comment down below with your favorite, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome car content. Thanks for watching.